40 years, the Susquehanna Valley Chorale has been performing choral masterworks right here in the valley. For 40 years, the Susquehanna Valley Chorale has been performing choral masterworks right here in the valley.
The chorale was begun by a group of devoted singers in 1969, and from what I hear, there was a group of about 9 or 10 people who loved to sing and had this idea, what if we could get together with other talented instrumentalists and perform the great classics of the choral arts.
53 singers participated in the inaugural concert in Weber Chapel at Susquehanna University in January of 1970. Under the direction of Bob Summers, the chorale performed Handel's Messiah. Following Mr. Summers, Cy Stratansky of Susquehanna University served as director of the chorale for 27 seasons. Bill Payne, the current director, has led the group since 1996. Over the years, the number of singers has grown to more than 100. According to a study by Chorus America, a support organization for choruses, 32.5 million American adults sing in groups, and there are more than 270,000 choral groups in the United States, including religious, community, and student organizations.
That statistic points to the fact that in all the kinds of performing arts, there are more people in America participating in choral singing than any other kind of performing arts.
Singers with the Susquehanna Valley Chorale come from all walks of life, from all around the region. The group rehearses each week in Lewisburg and typically performs at Zion Lutheran Church in Sunbury or Weber Chapel at Susquehanna University. But singers commute from as far away as Berwick, Bloomsburg, State College, Shamokin, and Williamsport.
And I look out when I'm conducting and I see people from all walks of life that are singing, and they come from various traditions, and for that moment in time, everything melds together, and we are one musically.
Incorporated in 1972, the chorale has been on a journey of growth as a nonprofit organization. Originally, the board of directors was comprised solely of singers, but in recent years, the expertise of community members have been tapped to assist with fundraising and development. Additionally, the SVC has hired an executive manager to handle concert logistics, marketing, and bookkeeping. Musically, the group has remained much the same over the years, though they do try to broaden their horizons whenever possible.
Cy had an incredible organization when I took it over 13 years ago, and so for me to walk into that kind of situation was wonderful because it was all set in place. And I think some things that have changed, we've tried different venues, and that's been very successful and a lot of fun. We did several years ago when I was first music director, when we did a Messiah performance, we did it at the Basilica in Danville. So a whole new crowd of people learned about us.
They have also given concerts in Rook Chapel at Bucknell University and collaborated with the Williamsport Symphony on several projects, including Orff's Carmina Burana. The schedule for the 40th season is pushing the envelope in new and exciting ways.
In the fall, we premiered a new work that the chorale commissioned, and it was around the subject of Alzheimer's disease. And it came about because we have an anonymous donor who gave an initial gift and asked that his parents be honored, and they were parents who had suffered from Alzheimer's. He wanted to honor his parents and others who suffered from Alzheimer's disease.
The work, entitled Alzheimer's Stories, was created by composer Robert Cohen and librettist Herschel Garfein. I had a chance to sit down with Cohen prior to the October 9th performance at the Weiss Center for the Performing Arts at Bucknell University. We talked about the process of developing a piece around such an unusual topic.
Herschel came up with the idea of creating this blog, which was a magical concept because I think it would have been very difficult to come up with material that really resonated as well as I think the material does by pulling it out of the air, by making it up, or by just using based on articles or something. So the fact that we had real life people relating real life situations made it a lot easier.
That's not to say there weren't reservations about attempting to write a piece about Alzheimer's disease. Though the two artists have teamed up on previous projects, Garfein wasn't easily convinced that this work could be done.
the first phone call to him, he kind of hung up on me. Not quite hung up, but he said, "Are you crazy? This is lunacy.
Yeah.
Can't be done." And I said, "Well, just think about it." And then about a week later, he called me back. He said, "You know, it's an interesting idea. First of all, nobody's done it. And things always appeal to me that have never been done before. And it did lend itself very much to this sort of tendency that both of us have, because both of us have experience and a background in musical theater, to create works that are not static, that have drama to them, that have character to them, that go beyond simply the text and the music to create a situation that is like creating a work on a stage."
Set in 3 movements, the piece has poignant moments, humor, and a simple, hopeful conclusion. Cohen's stepmother suffered from Alzheimer's, so the work is especially personal to him. After months of work, he and Garfine waited to hear their creation brought to life by the chorale, and they couldn't have been happier with the results.
When you come out to a place like Lewisburg and you see a chorus that's, spending a tremendous amount of time to learn this piece. I mean, a tremendous amount of time and effort. It's not an easy piece. That says something to me. It says something about the people. It says something about, the whole aesthetic of people doing art because they want to do art, not because it's something that they have to do.
The hope is that Alzheimer's stories will be sung far and wide by many choruses across the globe. That hope is certainly not without precedent.
The Susan B. Komen organization commissioned composers to write a work about breast cancer. It's called Sing for the Cure. And that was extremely successful as well. And choruses from all over the world were singing it. So we're kind of hoping that that will happen with this too, because it really speaks to this disease.
In conjunction with the October concert, the chorale held a Purple Bow campaign to raise awareness and funds for the Alzheimer's Association of Central Pennsylvania. A quilt, made by an SVC member, was raffled off as well, and President Jean Hormel presented a check for more than $5,000 at the opening of the concert. For the second concert of the 40th anniversary season, the chorale returned to its original masterwork performance with Handel's Messiah in December. Later this month, the chorale will perform famous opera choruses of Love and Loss. The concerts, on March 13th and 14th, will be at the Zion Lutheran Church in Sunbury. The season winds up with the Pops concert at Weber Chapel. The Pops has been a fan favorite for decades. Many people remember the wine and cheese parties that accompanied some of the first Pops concerts. This year, in addition to featuring soloists from the chorale itself, they will be joined by Caitlin Lusk.
We're featuring Caitlin Lusk, who is a soloist who is a native of State College. And about 5 years ago, we hosted her in one of our classical concerts. And when she was about 15 or 16, I think, and we like to say we helped to launch her career. And she's performing all over the country with major orchestras.
The chorale has planned an exciting community event as a way to celebrate their 40th anniversary and share the experience of group singing with the region.
We have invited Nick Page to come to join us in April. Nick Page is a nationally, I'd say internationally known song leader. And he comes from the Boston area, and he will be joining the chorale and the children's chorus in a regional sing-along, community sing-along. It's going to be at Rook Chapel on April 25th. It's the same weekend as the Lewisburg Arts Festival. And it's a free event, and I just like to think of it as a gift to the region from the chorale in honor of our 40th anniversary, and we are hoping to fill that place. He will be teaching people to sing all kinds of ethnic folk songs from the world.
This family-friendly event will give young and old alike a sense of what it's like to sing together. For children who love to sing, the SVC has the Children's Chorus. Established as an educational outreach to foster choral singing, the SVC 3, as it is known, is now under the direction of Valerie Caldwell. More than 60 singers participated in their fall concert at the First Presbyterian Church in Lewisburg, and more than 70 children are already in rehearsals for their winter concert to be held on March 28th at Susquehanna University's Stratansky Hall. Planning has already begun for the 41st year of the chorale. As ever, the SVC's lineup features new and exciting pieces as well as choral masterworks. I won't give it all away, but I can tell you that for the fall concert, the chorale will be joined by Monroe Crossing, a Minnesota-based bluegrass band, for a Bluegrass Mass. There's nothing quite like live performance, and for 40 years, the Susquehanna Valley Chorale has given exciting, compelling, and moving concerts to the Valley.
They've been a real cultural asset to the Susquehanna Valley for a long time, 40 years, continuously singing in seasons.
The Susquehanna Valley Chorale provides an experience for everyone, whether you participate as a singer, audience member, or supporter.
Yeah, one of the challenges in this day and age when all kinds of entertainment is vying for the attention of audiences is to sell tickets to concerts, to have donors, to have educational outreach that teaches people about opera, say, when they come to that concert. So, we're always looking for new supporters who love music or recognize the benefit of music for our kids and for our adults, for our lifestyle. We're always looking for those people. We're looking for people to come to our concerts and support us as listeners and as donors.
And I often say, this is just this gem in the middle of central Pennsylvania. It's very unique and very special.
For more information about the Susquehanna Valley Chorale and the Children's Chorus, visit their website at www.svcmusic.org. Well, that does it for this episode of In Your Neighborhood. I'm your host, Jennifer Wakeman. Thanks for watching.